Is there a double standard in cheating in sports? Seems there might be. Let's discuss this coming up here in just a minute here. It's coming on up here. Hang in there. Double standard cheating in sports. Be sure to subscribe. Go ahead and hit that red button, slam it. And thank you for the ones who've already blessed me being part of my community. Be sure to like this video if you find it helpful. And be sure to share if you don't mind. Alright, is there a double standard in sports when it's come to cheating? I'm going to say yes. Alright, back early in the 2000s, Little League World Series, the Chicago boys, Little League World Series, won the American Championship. They lost in the Little League World Series the next day. I forgot to whom, but they did win the American side championship. Months later, they found out investigation was swirling. They went and checked out, Little League did, and found out that the Chicago boys team had an illegal player on the team. Either he was too old, I don't know exactly, too old or from a different city or state or something, but it had a player that was ineligible to be on the team. The Chicago boys had to forfeit their championship. All this notoriety, this is great for Chicago. And then all of a sudden it got all snatched away from them. And the title went to whoever finished second in the American side. And they got stripped from it. Now, just a few years ago, we had the Deflategate with Tom Brady. Right, had that investigation. What happened there? He appealed it. He fought it. Then finally, he says he'll just take the 4-game suspension. I think that's what they agreed to. And he'll just move on. Just want to get it over with and move on. Well, essentially meaning, yep, I was guilty, but let's go ahead and move on. What happened? They won the Super Bowl that year with the Deflategate. Did the Patriots have to give up that Super Bowl championship? No. Sure didn't. Why? Well, that's a question you need to ask, right? Here now recently, Astros, Houston Astro in baseball, won the World Series in baseball. And now they're finding out that they cheated. They stole the signs of the pitchers, catchers, and used that to their advantage to be able to win games. And eventually end up winning the World Series. They just came down here with a $500 million fine. $500 million fine. A couple other people, coaches, lost their jobs. But did the Houston Astros have to forfeit the World Series? No. And don't get me wrong, $500 million, that's a lot of money. I would never say that probably. Probably. I'm be honest with you. But $500 million, they've got $40 billion probably. I don't know. $50 billion. I don't know. So this is going to be a drop in the bucket overall. And then any of the players that participated with all of this cheating, any of them get banned for cheating? Like Pete Rose got banned for his cheating? No. Now, Boston Red Sox, they're being investigated for cheating, and they won the World Series that year that they cheated. And again, they were stealing signs as well. Now, stealing signs has gone on forever. The people trying to figure out what the pitcher is going to pitch through the catcher, through the signal of the coaches. But it's all the electronic newer stuff is what they say is illegal. If you catch it, watching it, figuring it out mentally, watching the signals and you figure out how they're doing everything, that's one thing. But to videotape everything, break it down, and then learn from over and over and watching the tapes, that's what they say is cheating. All the new technology involved. Now, so far they haven't come up with a ruling with the Boston Red Sox, but the coach has already been fired that won the World Series. He was part of the Houston team and Boston Red Sox with cheating, and so he's been fired. But the baseball has not come down with their final say-so on what happens to them. But I'm going to go out on a limb and bet they may get fined, like Houston did, a huge amount. But will they give up their title? No. Now, what are we telling our kids? What are we telling the kids? If you cheat, you lose everything. You got to give up your title. You don't get to keep that award. We got to give it to the other team. But what do we tell them? But when you're an adult, 18 and over, yeah, you're not supposed to cheat, but, we're not going to take it from you. You can keep the award. You can keep everything. We just let you know that we caught you cheating. We caught you cheating, but you don't have to give it back. It's a double standard. Double standard. Cheating is cheating. I don't care how much it is. Now, they wouldn't strip Lance Armstrong his titles. That's good. All right, so there's been some titles. Reggie Bush, they stripped his Heisman title award away from him when he found that he had taken money when going to school. So some places have done the right thing. But so far in these NFL, baseball, these people, they're not held accountable by having to forfeit their championship. So other than money, and they're all loaded pretty much, other than money, so what? If I'll take the chance to cheat. If that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. I'll take the chance to cheat because even if they catch me, I get to keep my awards. I get to keep my batting title. I get to keep my pitching title. I get to keep my World Series ring, my Super Bowl ring. So, well, again, that's me with my 2 cents worth. Again, in today's inflation, my 2 cents worth is really worth it's a nickel's worth. But because of inflation and the economy and everything, still only worth 2 cents. So you know how it goes. Everything is up higher, but it's no different than what it was before. So, hey, thank y'all for hanging in. I know it took a little longer. I was trying to be more patient, not yelling and screaming like I normally do. But I'm just letting you know there is a double standard that we're teaching our kids. As long as you're under 18, you're a minor, you cheat, you lose it all. You become an adult and you cheat, we catch you? Well, we caught you. We'll let you know we caught you. You keep your championship. Double standard. Hey, do something today, tomorrow, something next week that's going to help you persevere past your paralysis.